bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front seat. Get my meals, so I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex. We got your Chris with you. JB Smooth. Oh, I can't hear the beat. Is it fired?
Oh yeah.
JB Smooth back with the heat. Everything good too, by the way, JB?
Yeah, Pop's all good?
Oh yeah. Pop is all good. She's
That's
back
what's up,
home, healthy-ish, but yeah, she's doing well now.
Rush home for a
Is
quick.
she an older girl or like, is he an older guy? I don't know if it's a girl or guy.
It's a she. She's turning 7 in 2 months.
Okay.
So yeah.
Hey, JB heard Flannel come with the new beats yesterday on the show, and he was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bury him. I'm gonna bury him."
This is heat though, honestly.
Yeah, this beat is fire.
Sorry. Had it. You can text on your computer.
Can't.
Had a important one pop up. Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm boys joined my guy Spin Mo Rex, Young
Hello.
Chris, JB Smooth. The whole crew's back. I gotta send Chris an extra graphic here shortly. I apologize. I really am like weird like that. Like I'll have stuff ready to send, but I'm like, I don't want anybody else to use this.
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna be
are
a hard
weird.
topic. Yeah, I want the best show.
Just send it in the
Nobody's
group chat.
creeping in
But
our-
you know Spencer
our
doesn't
chat.
check
We're
that.
just the underdogs already, man. We gotta use every advantage we
Yeah.
got. Everything's
Against all odds. Everything's against us.
It is.
That's what this beat feels like.
That is a defeat, for real. This is a Meek Mill beat.
How about this? The biggest weekend of the network, like numbers wise and stuff like that, is draft coverage.
Yeah.
We ain't get no clip, nothing.
Yeah.
We need every advantage we got.
Yeah.
So hit that like button. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Share the stream.
5-star review.
5 stars.
5 star.
There you go.
Start the show off a little bit with KD and COD. KD
Yeah,
and
I
COD.
didn't see this.
This is
I didn't see
You
this.
didn't see this?
No.
Oh, this is dope.
I saw it on the prep sheet, but I didn't see.
Throw it up there, Krill.
Throw it up, throw it up.
1 second. I gotta
So,
make it look
Kevin
clean,
Durant.
So, here you go.
From my understanding, is officially a playable character in the new Call of Duty. Is there? You got the other ones too, or no?
Just the one other one, because the one other one was kind of redundant. I'll show you.
He's a skin.
I want the.
Wait, does anyone know if he actually does play Call of Duty? Like, why?
I gotta assume he does, right? Like, if this is, I mean, maybe not.
Why
But,
put
like-
him in the game if he doesn't play? Like, I can see Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Like, there you go. That's somebody.
Easy money.
Yes.
Carl
sniper.
Anthony Towns.
But, yeah.
Trade money sniper.
Easy money
Is it
sniper.
called? Also, ironically enough,
He
And
shot
I-
like shit in their last game.
well, that too, but like, you know, in war, because I know some older vets, some tall ass older vets. And they're like, yeah, we're the biggest at risk out there because we're the fucking easiest
yeah,
one to,
for sure.
easiest one to get pointed out and popped.
7-footer walking around.
Yeah, KD hasn't got like that's like, is your what do they call it, skin? Is your skin like more likely to die if you're a 7-footer?
They probably
out
got
there?
the same hitboxes.
Nah, that makes sense.
It's probably
It
the
should.
same. I doubt it's like a 7-foot skin. Like he's
Yeah.
probably not a foot taller than everybody else running around. but-
Yes. One of my group chats with my boys was buzzing about this, and I said we were all cooking Kevin Durant. They're like, "Bro, 7 foot, he's an easy target." And I was like, "The only time he wins is when he has someone better on his squad."
It's true.
That part is
True.
true as well. That part is true as well. Shout out to Noah for getting the graphic in clutch, and it is Javi Baez celebrating the sweep.
Yeah. What's this thick Big Ten mascots?
Did you get that one, Chris?
I can get that. Give me 1 second. I see it yesterday from yesterday's Slack.
Did I send it in? I don't think I sent it in the group chat, so I'll cut you some slack. No pun intended.
Hey,
But yeah, AI is a beautiful thing.
AI is weird, man.
It is weird.
I don't trust it.
Did you get added on Snapchat by the AI guy?
Yeah, I didn't add it back.
Did you talk to him?
No, did
No?
not add it back.
Had a conversation with him.
What'd
Yeah.
you say?
I was just trying to get him to, say all the bad things, and he's like, I can't say
You're
that.
trying to get him to say the M word?
I was trying to cancel himself for sure. I was like, yo, do you have boobs? And he was like, I'll screenshot and pull up. He was
My
something like,
boy asked the AI for nudes.
yeah,
What'd he
that's
say?
why I was asking. I was like, show me your tits. And then I'm also like, but the
You guys are getting
face for it looks like a guy kind of,
harvested.
but it's like I don't have a gender because
Information harvested.
yeah. Oh, here we go. AI generated Big Ten mascots. I don't know if you're able to do it, Chris, probably because you don't have it in there at all. But the Twitter link has more than just the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Okay.
Why?
There's a Michigan State Spartan in there.
I'll sprinkle them throughout the show.
Yeah, okay, that works too. There's a Michigan Wolverine. Why? I don't know. But when you have something that's able to do, why not?
I guess.
It's low key fire and funny.
Did you ask AI if it was pro-ho? Says Marcelo Ventura.
No, but I will tonight. I also
You used to be laying in bed with your feet up, texting AI.
hey big head.
Can't wait to see you at draft night, Daddy.
I can't wait to see
I
you
did.
at draft
I did ask
night.
myself that today too, because like this morning I was, dude. It's I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It's like full capabilities yet. Chris, you actually posted something last night of Timberland.
Oh yeah, that's all I was.
That
gonna
shit
say.
is crazy.
You should ask it the cousin
That
question.
shit is crazy.
Oh, you should.
Well,
You should.
I will ask the cousin question, but Chris, we could probably actually even play that too because it can't be copywritten yet. It's
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Like
it doesn't exist.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Give me a second to add it, and I'll play
okay,
it.
do it.
I'll play it.
Timberland
This
produced
is
the beat.
crazy.
He's like it's crazy. Like I've been reading the AI stuff, and like they made the song with Drake, and like the record label was like rushing to try to cover it up and make sure like this isn't being done.
Yeah.
He's like, but there's like a solution to this. And he's like, and I have that too. But until then, I've always wanted to do this one thing, and it was collab with Biggie. So Timberland made a beat.
And he had AI rap a big
Yeah,
verse.
he had AI generate a Biggie verse. It was crazy.
Was it fire?
I couldn't really necessarily because it's like him recording himself on his phone.
I walked in
throughout it
the
all.
club with my ex, like Celine or the Flex, just to be that
That
shit's
one's
fire,
crazy.
bro.
Is it the Drake one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
He's
shit's fire.
He's like, I got my Warmer City in my back, like my, I don't fucking know. Oh, the Weeknd's versus like I got my city in my back. She says she's from Toronto, but she can't point it out on the map or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro. But for Drake's verse started the same thing too. Is like I got my city on my back. And,
Smile in my face, put a knife in my back.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, bro, this is the hardest Drake bars I've heard since Take Care.
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so and then like it was weird too because it was Biggie in like a modern, like with a modern rap flow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was like, damn, like Biggie probably.
Biggie with the Detroit flow.
Yeah, well, it was just fire.
Yeah.
I know modern rap.
No,
but it's copying
Biggie.
Detroit. By the way,
I've
Detroit
always
flow kinda
said
ass.
Yeah, it
Biggie
sound
would
like it.
transition smooth to today's trap.
Oh, for
Trap
sure.
drums are easy to rap over.
There's that what J. Cole did one with him too, but that was like a existing Biggie verse.
Yeah.
Like the "Can I Get With Ya?"
Oh,
one
yeah.
of my favorite songs. Not even joking. Like "Can I Get With Ya?"
Oh, yeah.
Big booty bitch,
I almost
come
got it here
on.
for us.
I don't trust the AI shit.
I don't either, bro.
That's how this Snapchat AI shit. This is how it starts. They can already talk like us. They can already fucking make rap songs.
Yeah.
They're learning our mannerisms. We just gotta start saying random shit to throw them off. Like everybody act like they got Tourette's, so AI.
Everyone act like Spencer. I'm just kidding. Rhythm chills and
So
random.
AI will just start bugging, and then we'll know. Like we could turn it off, but AI can't because they think it's real.
I asked it today because I downloaded the Chat GPT. It's available for iPhone now. Because I read something too. Like you could I don't know if it's Chat GPT that would do it for you. Maybe it'll walk you through it. But you can have AI make a website for you, and like make the product drop shipping websites.
Yeah.
Like you could have AI create that for you.
I know, bro. This is like Wally shit. Like
I gotta learn how to do that, man. Get some of my fucking paper up.
Wally
That's
and,
why I download
and
ChatGPT.
Skynet combined.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking wild. I asked it for show prep today.
That's how the world's gonna end, bro.
I was like,
Do my show prep.
Chat. No, I was like, hey, can you prep a 2-hour show for Detroit sports? It was like very generic because it doesn't have like up to date information like
Did
to
it
the
though?
minute. Yeah, it actually did give me some good ideas that I actually do want to. Some that we were already given to by another source. Shout out. But without further ado, here is Timberland. Can you just fast forward to fuck it? Let's do the whole video.
Yeah.
You got time? It's not even that long. It's like a minute.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sitting here with my brother, Creative God, and we know that there's a lot of talk about AI, and we know how the feelings of violating certain things, but let me tell you something. I got a solution. I'm working on it. It's going to be beneficial to everybody. But in the meantime, I got to share something I've been working on because I always wanted to do this and I never got a chance to. I always wanted to work with Big, and I never got a chance to. Until today, it came out right. Play.
Breathe. Not a pimp, but I keep the trick up my sleeve. Roll my cigarette, fuck around and get your big seed. Got her in my palm, she won't be my man, please. Look up, cheese. It ain't all me, it's in me. Keep all my gold so glowing when I'm grinning. 50 carats on my chain, and that's my shimmy. Garbage round up the trash, that's what I am mixing. My man don't give a gift, she said it's not giving. If you wanna smoke, I gotta keep a hot chimney. See how it pop smoke, young dog pot Nipsey. I'm not an anthem.
Bro.
Come on, bro.
That's crazy,
That
man.
is crazy. And I even went as because I was down the rabbit hole. All right, I downloaded ChatGPT because I'm like, Speedy, we gotta make it somehow, brother.
Yeah, fair.
All right, Bill's like, cut it right now.
Yeah.
We gotta make it somehow, brother.
Yeah.
And you can the way that the Drake one, they're assuming, and it was like a ghostwriter, 69420, whatever the username was on TikTok that did the Drake and Weekend one.
Yeah.
I guess it's being said that he wrote out the verse. So there's still like that human element to it. Like you have to, like AI was just fucking coming off with the fire bars like that. Maybe it can. I'll ask it tonight.
Can you drop me a 16?
Bro, I'm about to have AI write me a poem for my cousin. It's like a fucker. And I'm like, no, but that ass. So this kid wrote the verse, and then so I guess what you have to do is you grab like 10 sample voices from like that artist.
Yeah.
And then you do like the how people do ghost tracks. It's like the artist, you just rap it for the artist. Like, I want you to rap it like this, and your voice would be better, blah blah. Well, essentially, like, you do that. You record yours, and then you AI would in tune the voice.
Dude, that's
next thing you know, you gotta hit anything with Drake just hits right now.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Like, you can now get a Drake feature for free.
For the free
Like,
ski.
if you're an upcoming artist, like, how on earth have you not done this right now?
This guy just collabed
How
with
have you not done a
Biggie.
collab album with Drake right now? Like, it's free.
We can make a Biggie and Tupac song.
We can.
I don't know. I don't think their flows even go together for that to even would be good.
Well,
you think so?
House of Pain is real good. That's actually a real collab song that they did. That was dope.
Like, okay, so what's one like artist that no longer exists that you would make a song for, or who would you
Michael Jackson.
That's
Michael
what I was
Jackson,
thinking,
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson and Kendrick.
That would be weird.
There is a Busta Rhymes came out with a song with Kendrick that has a Michael Jackson sample. That shit's
fire.
Really?
Yeah. Kendrick goes absolutely stupid on that shit.
You also, that's another thing too, man. Like, I get the Michael stuff, however you want to look at it. You know stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But even when Drake brought back the what's the name of the song, Chris?
What song?
That Drake did with the Michael Jackson sample too on his album.
Don't Matter to Me.
Like, Michael fucking killed that
Dude,
too. Like, that dude was like just goated musically. It's insane. It's insane.
That was a real recording from 1983, I believe. Like, it was just one that was never used. I was like, this dude just had this amazing hook just tucked in the stash, and
Michael was
Drake
it,
engineered it.
MPW Mute says Kid Rock.
Kid Rock, yeah. That'd be a waste of money, even if it's free.
Yo, we could make a Kid Rock singing like a pro gay song.
I dream my bullet.
Take it in my butt ride.
Yo.
Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a yeehaw?
Man, that's wild. That is wild. And these rappers are gonna need protection for their verses. And
Ooh, Big Spliff, Big L.
Yeah.
That'd be one. I'd grab Big L.
if you need protection from someone stealing your
From AI.
flow from AI, you can hit up Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800
Stay out.
right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's. And if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to Chat GPI. I don't even know what it's called. Chat GPT. Chat GPT Live.
Sounds like a game.
Woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
We got AI in the TD booth. Another AI in the 1s and 2s. That's the part I actually am a little bit scared about. Like, not that I'm making a killing doing what I love to do here, but AI, like, when it gave that Jeff Okuda take, getting outdated on the fucking money.
Yeah.
Oh my, it was like, you're not going to pick up the 5th-year option while I lose them for nothing. I was like, bro, what the it's wild.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, it's the end of the world. Shit's coming before we know it.
Because I know this is like technically the beginning, but this is like the beginning, I feel like, to like the public.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, this is,
Shit's
you got to
the end of the
assume
world.
it's going
It's
to
the end of the world.
evolve
It's how
into
the world
like
ends.
more. I don't know, dog.
A lot of New York fans' world ended today.
What if Ben Johnson, because he was a computer science major, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He's
His
an AI.
offense is fucking AI generated. Like, Ben Johnson really isn't like this offensive guru. He just fucking has AI run algorithms on how many times defenses do like X amount of plays. I, mean, I don't want to give any. That's actually might be a fucking good idea for a coach listening right now. Like, hey, AI, Chat GPT.
Well, that's
how many times does this
how
team
often
blitz?
does this play work?
Yeah. Holy shit, bro.
Well, that's what we do
We
when
could
Ben
become
Johnson
head
leaves.
coaches.
That's what we do when Ben Johnson leaves. We just go, hey, AI, give us a Ben Johnson play.
Seriously, what would Ben Johnson call
See,
him?
you guys are like laughing and joking around about this shit. Like,
yeah, but we're going to die soon.
This shit's, yeah, we're going to die from AI.
We got 30 more years of it. That's the other thing, too, is like, okay, so.
30 more years to live? You're only going to live till you're 70?
Nice.
Got him.
Nice.
I plan on living past 56.
I mean, I promise we'll talk about sports at some point. What are you scared of AI? Like,
I'd be 60.
Bro, they're going to take over the world, man.
For what, though? Like, what would AI's purpose of taking over the world?
To prove they're better than humans.
And because why would you willingly not be top of the food chain?
Yes.
Why would you ever do that?
Have
Why
you
would you
not
be like, no, I'm
seen
cool?
iRobot?
Yeah,
Like,
you never seen iRobot? You never seen Terminator?
But it's like, so right now,
Yes.
as we exist,
They're going to constantly adapt and get better and
Oh,
change
you know
and
what?
want to get better. And then they're going to enslave humans. That's what they do. They enslave humanity.
That's what they do in movies. This is getting deep.
Based on a true story.
You want to take it deep?
iRobot, based on a true story. Terminator, based on a true story.
Loosely based on a truish possible story.
Skynet is real. See? AI president. AI antichrist. AI is already self-aware.
To be honest with you,
this shit's fucked. Like,
I could give a fuck less on which aisle you're on, but I've seen this guy, Joe B, like just AI would be fucking functioning better than Joe Biden at this point. You see that guy fucking,
and then they'd fucking enslave all of us.
But that's the thing is like, all right, this is where it's gonna get deep, all right? Weirdly deep. What is your purpose like in life?
My purpose is to
kill the Elon pitch.
Ooh.
No.
But seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my purpose is to survive.
Right? So,
and hopefully leave the world better than I left it. Make people happy, and eventually create a world and provide for my offspring.
What a guy.
Kid. His name is the son after a Batman villain, by the way. What was the name?
Huh?
What's the name of your son?
No, I want to name my kid Vincent.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Oh, Vincent Von Doom.
Vincent James.
Vincent James. Because of Vincent Von Doom, though, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Loosely.
Was
I not supposed to say that?
No, it's all right. I don't care.
Weird. I guess, all right, now that actually you said that, to survive, if AI was like, if its sole purpose was to survive, then it'd be like the classic movie thing, like, oh, we have to kill humans because they're destroying the Earth.
Yes.
Because we have to survive.
Yeah.
That's their purpose. Holy fuck. All right.
That's exactly. That is what happens.
You know, like AI and Google.
Easy figuring it out.
AI and Google sent like a fucking AI and Google. I mean, Elon is AI, but Elon and Google sent like something to, I forget which company it was, to halt all advancements of like fucking AI because wow. I mean, I'm assuming for that reason.
We can't control. That's why when Elon said he is making like androids or like cyborgs, he's like, you make them at a 2/3 scale to the average human. So like, shit goes down, we can just drop kick that motherfucker. You never make like a robot equivalent to the size of an average human being, because you can't overpower that shit. You make little Hezbollahs running around, so you can just fucking punt those bitches and something fucking goes down.
It ain't about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
I'll tell you what, I'd kick the shit out of a little AI, but
we've done this with
if
cats.
Spenny AI walks in this room pissed, or a Hezbollah AI walks in this room pissed, what are you gonna be more scared of?
I mean, Spencer, have you seen the movie Megan?
Not yet.
Megan?
Yeah, the doll. Yeah, the little weird AI doll. It's kind of like Chucky, but yeah, it's half the size of a human. But
all right, well,
she gets after it though.
If a little girl AI robot comes running at me, I'm grabbing her by her legs and slamming her into a wall. Like, I'm not. But if a Spenny AI comes after me angry, that's gonna be a fight. I'll obviously win because I am the alpha Spenny, but.
The original.
Bro, you telling me you wouldn't be more scared of a robot my size compared to a robot Hezbollah size?
No, I'd definitely probably be. Well, one, like, robot Hezbollah, you're definitely losing, like, a ball or a piece.
Okay, would you rather lose a ball or die?
I mean, come on, Spinny. You ain't
Robot Bruce Lee would whoop your ass.
Robot Bruce Lee's going down, son. I don't care what you guys say about it. AI Braylon? AI D-Mac?
Bro, AI Braylon would be so fucking scary.
That's literally the Terminator.
That's literally fucking walking. Like, are you serious? That would be so scary.
Holy
fucking AI,
shit, man.
AI Joel Embiid walking down the street. AI Shaq.
Oh my god.
What would you
AI
do if you
Shaq?
walked into a room? There's AI Shaq, fucking 7'3", 340 pounds.
There was
You're dying. There's nothing you can do.
You're done. There's nothing. Well, because you're the thing
AI
too.
Penny Sewell. You remember how big Penny Sewell was when you were
Yeah.
standing next to him?
Yeah. Dunzo.
Yeah, bro.
Dunzo. I remember.
We would have to fucking stop everything, assemble our best fighters, biggest people, go out there and eliminate all of them. We'd have Francis Ngannou, Derrick Henry, and Joel Embiid fighting on the front line. Like, they are. There's nothing you can do to combat that.
I'm definitely calling Derrick Henry into battle in this scenario.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
He's already
Aaron
half machine.
Donald.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I'm
dude.
giving Aaron Donald like 2 battle axes and just letting him go.
I'm about to make AI make that like the art piece, and it's gonna be a thumbnail tomorrow. Aaron Donald fucking slaying a robot.
Yeah.
Hey,
It'd be pretty
throw Rudy
badass.
Gobert
Hey,
on
what
the
if
front
it-
line
what if-
just cause.
See?
What?
This is a good test.
What?
You tell AI to make a picture of Aaron Donald killing an AI,
If it doesn't do it,
and
or
if
comes
it
out
doesn't
shitty,
do it, or it turns like it around, what if it's like a robot holding Aaron Donald's head?
or hold on, do you have the graphic? I don't know if I sent this one, the Darnell Wright one, or no, from Twitter.
I don't.
AI
think
Mike
so, no.
Tyson,
I think I just sent the
AI
link.
Great Khali, like AI Big Show. What are you doing to an AI Big Show?
Nothing.
It's a refrigerator with legs coming after you. Like, are you kidding me?
Even AI Kevin Durant.
AI Kevin Durant, you could just kick his ankle.
Tears the Achilles.
Yeah, he doesn't do calf
This oil
raises.
spilling everywhere.
It already comes with a 70% regenerated
Yeah.
Achilles.
But, bro, I'm just saying, this shit is.
Dan Campbell's not even a good coach. He's using Chat
I think
GPT.
about this shit a lot, bro.
AI.
Like, either the world is gonna end by a meteor, or something from outer space happening, like sun goes supernova, some crazy wild shit that we couldn't do anything about, or AI is one of two reasons in our lifetime. Because in our lifetime, the resources won't be completely gone yet. That's like 4 or 5 generations down the road
Yeah.
where the resources are completely gone. So it's either going to be an outer space anomaly or AI.
That's what I was gonna ask you too. Which do you think is the most likely to happen? Robots take over, zombie apocalypse, or we live in the oasis like Ready Player One.
What kind of
Like, what would I rather happen, or what I think's gonna
What
happen?
do you think would
what
most
kind of
likely
zombies
happen?
are we talking here? Like
Flesh-eating zombies, like Resident Evil.
Yeah,
type
but are
of
they
zombies.
fast?
are they the ones that like
Are they
run?
classic
Like,
slow zombies?
oh, bro, see, that's
What?
the ones that like what's that movie called with Brad Pitt?
Zombie
World
Land?
Z.
World War Z.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
kind of zombies. Fuck that. I'm
Yo,
like,
yeah.
but like regular as zombies.
Yeah.
I'm down, bro. I'm down. I'm posted somewhere. I'm slaying zombies.
All right, what's? Did you ask what's more realistic?
Yeah,
No,
what's more realistic to happen?
Every time I ask him, you one of you fuckers talk over. But that's probably the AI, right? Because like Elon literally called for a halt to that one. 'Cause
There are fungi that take over the brains
Yes.
of dead
I was just about to get to that.
fucking bees and beetles
Ants.
and shit and make them do shit from the dead. So there are actual zombies out there already, and there are actual AI. So you trust evolution or human science? Like, which one's gonna go faster? Probably human science.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
shit's fucked, man. I think about it.
Kiss your loved ones.
Think about it a lot. Yeah. You never know if they're real or an AI. So we gotta think of code, like not an AI. we gotta think of a passphrase that all humans know. It could be the cousin question. AIs wouldn't be able to process that
Because they don't know the difference.
because they don't know the difference between a cousin
That's
and
the
your
kill
cousin.
switch.
What if that's the question that causes them to kill all of human race? Because like you sick fucks.
But
You
they would
sick
never.
fucks.
They would never get
No,
it.
but it's just like, why are you even asking that?
No.
Like I can't allow you to continue on life. That's what's going on in your brain right now.
No, what if that's like what we trained to be the kill switch? Is like
I'm just saying,
the idea of the
man.
Cousin,
I'm scared of robots. Like
for sure.
this shit's getting too real. You should watch Ex Machina.
I haven't watched
My
it yet.
favorite movie of all time. Still fuck with you. It's a great movie.
All right, we're gonna go to break. AI wants us to go to break right now. I will say this though. To our audio
Break
listeners,
commencing.
please make sure, audio listeners, you tap into the YouTube stream and at 28 minutes in, 27 minutes in, and watch Spinny do that whatever robotic movements.
Big
that
Boy
was.
Strawberry Fest live read. Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try classic breakfast items like strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the new strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with their refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including their berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep fried vanilla Oreo, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm the boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin Rex.
What up, though?
Yo, Chris, the TD booth, JB, smooth with the ones and twos. And as AI suggests, it's time to talk some sports.
Spots.
Chris, I'm sending you a graphic right now.
Okay.
Apologize for not sending this earlier. I just didn't want AI to steal it and make a fire-ass show without me. All right. I'm not a Jared Goff hater. First and foremost.
I wanted to talk Tigers.
We're not talking Tigers.
We're fucking talking Tigers.
We're talking Tigers at the very end of the show.
Dude.
But AI is the one telling me Jared Goff isn't him. And if AI is calculating this process, I just have to accept it as fact, not opinion. These are complicated algorithms coming up with this, not me. And yesterday, during my AI prep sheet, it had me read an article about the Jared Goff re-signing situation, which I guess there was like some audible or audio issues in that situation where like Brad Holmes said there was internal conversations, not conversations going on about Jared Goff's contract extension. And with that, I was reading the article, and Jared Goff had spoken about the being re-signed himself. And Spinny, you're gonna love this, because the people who are pro Goff or think that that's gonna happen that way, the people who don't use AI to calculate their football opinions, think he's gonna re-sign for less. Here is an exact quote from Jared Goff. Throw that bad boy up there. I highlighted the important part, but I'll start it off if you want me to read all of it. It says Jared Goff is, again, this is regards to his contract extension. I can see this one. It's not that bad. I'm only 30. I'm not 30 yet. I mean, of course, you're open, says Goff said. It has been brought to my attention, but yeah, of course, open to anything. Not up to me. I'm a player. I don't have to make these decisions, and I did. And if I did, I would have made that decision a long time ago. Here's the highlighted part. Thank you. Shout out to ChatGPT for this one. Give me and all my friends all the money and fuck babies. No, I'm just kidding. Just give me and all my friends all the money in the world, but I just get to play. And if that comes about, that'd be great, but we'll see.
I don't think that's anything definitive.
He wants all the money. What do you mean?
I mean, everybody would say that.
That's just, and this is like the iceberg of the tip of the iceberg with like the whole where AI wanted to take this one, not me, because I swear to God, I'm not a Jared Goff hater. But he's getting paid, man. You and I fucking say this all the time. But the 15-month part, I wanted to expound on a little bit, because that's what we were told is Brad Holmes, or I'm sorry, Dave Burkett in his article has that preface is like within 15 months. Spending 15 months from now, we're not even in the month of May in 2024.
Yeah.
We're in the month of August at that point, and the season's on the horizon. If there's that 15th like month of buying themselves some time, it sounds like they're waiting to see, like, one, how Jared Goff performs this year. Two, how my man, our guy, how JB's guy, Hendon Hooker looks this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 2023 Detroit Lions season is a big one for the foreseeable future, because it's going to maybe decide who's going to be the quarterback.
Yeah.
Things getting spicy.
I think so. I mean, it will, for sure. I don't think that quote is like damning evidence by any means, but it'd be hard pressed for you to give me an argument to where Jared Goff takes less money than Daniel Jones. Your agent would tell you no. Your wife would tell you no. Your friends would tell you no. And you're just going to be like, oh, no, I'll do it. I'll do it because I love the Lions, because I love Detroit. Like, no, this isn't foo-foo fairy time land. This is a business. Sports are a business. And he's out there to get paid. And I don't blame him. I'd do the same fucking thing. If I'm sitting here and somebody offers me $35 million a year and then another team offers me $45 million a year, you're damn sure I'm taking the $45 million.
Yeah, and like, to be honest with you, that was half-assed. I'm joking with that one, obviously. Like, I'm not saying Jared Goff said he wants all the money in the world, but I think obviously if you're looking for clues, like what type of deal he's looking for, probably a big one, going off that statement. But even bigger than that, like, where I'm looking at it is the 15-month thing. And maybe I already screenshotted it, so maybe I just wanted to use that one. But the 15-month buffer before there's an actual extension of Jared Goff. I really think that Brad Holmes drafted Hendon Hooker not as a fucking backup. Obviously, if all else fails, again, that's what this season's for. If Jared Goff performs and Hooker doesn't really show too much promise, then you re-sign Goff and then Hendon Hooker's his backup. Mm-hmm. But I really think what this year is to be kind of like the Jalen Hurts situation. Am I being a hater?
You're not being obtuse.
Is there logic there?
Yeah.
I feel like you're using that word wrong.
I'm not.
But I'm listening.
You're not being obtuse.
I still feel like you're using it wrong, but carry on.
I'm not.
Like you are.
You're not being obtuse. You're pretty accurate on this. It's tough, man. This is a put up or shut up season, and we'll see what happens from it. But even, you know, if he repeats his performance from last year, would that make Brad Holmes be like, all right, yeah, we're throwing the bag at this guy? If he goes out there and does the same thing he did last year, which I think he will, I think he'll have a very comparable season to what he did last year. Is that enough for Brad Holmes to be like, yeah, we're throwing a bag at this guy? I'm not sure it would. We haven't seen Brad Holmes throw a bag at anybody. We haven't seen Brad Holmes overpay, overvalue. Now, the quarterback position is very different because it is the most important position on the field. But we've also heard multiple different testimonies from head coach and GM of he's not going to be here forever. He bought us some time. We're looking for someone to develop, different things like that. So there are mixed signals out there, but we'll see. We'll see. This is a big year definitely for Jared Goff and for the Detroit Lions, and hopefully it all works out for both of them. Best case scenario, everything happens well, the Lions win a playoff game, and we go from there.
I mean, it's just the genius of Brad Holmes, because I'm looking at the situation that the Tennessee Titans found themselves in, where they had that mid guy, found a little bit of success, or perceived success, and they paid him. Ryan Tannehill has one of the highest cap hits this year as well. I know I always bring up Jared Goff. There's another mid guy in the conversation, and it's Ryan Tannehill. And then they quickly found themselves trying to replace that mid-tier quarterback with a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The first year with Malik Willis, running on the wall says not working out. Now you got another swing at it with Will Levis. Not a lot of us in the room think that one's working out. Brad Holmes, and this is the genius of what's his name, Howie Roseman.
Yep.
I'm getting the name right.
Yep.
The genius of Howie Roseman, who did this beforehand. He had Carson Wentz, and when he had Carson Wentz, he still took the flyer on Jalen Hurts while he had the quarterback in place. And I feel like it's the same philosophy that Brad's following here, because he also experienced this as well too in LA. Gave Goff the money, we're fucked. They had to make a trade, mortgage the future to cash in on a team that was already built to win. And that's the thing too that Chris brought up yesterday, that the roster, the offensive side of it at least, is built for almost anybody to step in and take control, because everything around you has playmaking capabilities. Amon St. Brown, probably more of your traditional route runner, but Jamison Williams, take 10 to the crib. Jahmyr Gibbs is supposed to be able to take 10 to the crib. Laporte,
yeah,
able to take 10 to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the offense you're building. That's not an offense you need to have a guy with a Patrick Mahomes deep ball accuracy to make work. Because they're all playmakers. And by the way, you have an offensive line to give you all fucking day
all the time
to make the right throw.
Yep.
Generated by AI fucking offensive scheme. It's been pretty fucking good so far.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm buying into the Hendon Hooker hype a lot more than I was before.
Before when? Like yesterday?
Yeah, because I've always... I mean, and to this point, too.
Bro goes at home and just stares at a picture of Jared Goff. He's like... And then he pulls up Hendon Hooker on his phone. He's like, oh. All right, we're good. You're more bought in than you were yesterday?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yesterday, obviously...
Based on what? Like...
Just based off that logic. Like, I think Hendon Hooker has been brought in to be your Jalen Hurts. Because if you don't want to pay Jared Goff, and the writing's on the wall when you pay these guys that aren't the caliber of a Patrick Mahomes, this shit doesn't work out for you. There's probably only 4 to 5 quarterbacks I'd give that type of money to.
Yes, I'd agree.
Unfortunately, I'd love it if Jared Goff was one. He's not.
Like, yeah, that's what you got to ask yourself realistically in a vacuum. What is Jared Goff closer to, Patrick Mahomes or Carson Wentz?
Mm-hmm.
And it's Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
So would you pay Carson Wentz, a little bit better Carson Wentz, that much money?
No.
Because you look back at those contracts, you look at the Russell Wilson contract, and now you're like, damn, that's trash.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Deshaun Watson contract, damn, that's trash.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, damn, that's trash.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones, damn, that's trash. I don't want to be... That's what I was arguing with Neil and D-Mac. Like, I understand that's setting the market, or that's what it goes for on the market. Just because that's what it goes for doesn't mean I want to handicap myself with a bad contract. I'd rather just cut ties and try and find my guy.
Because it's the handicapping yourself to those contracts has never fucking worked. Give me an example where it worked, and I'll be fucking hunky-dory with you. But it hasn't. Even with the fucking good quarterbacks. Yeah. That's when that 12% comes into play. Because even, obviously, fucking good quarterbacks are getting paid. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVPs, out in the fucking first playoff game. That's the reality of it. But there's two very, very good comments I want to get to before we go to, well, we got a couple more minutes too. But first comment, actually, I'll relate this way. We'll go with Marcelo Ventura first. And he says, the problem is, Goff is about the ball this year, Eazy. And I agree. I don't know about the word ball, but I could definitely see him replicating what he did last year.
30-10, something like that.
Yeah, he's going to have a good season. Mm-hmm. But this is why I want to go back to another person, OG of the Speakeasy podcast, then the Woodward Heavyweights, now live on Woodward Heavyweights at WoodwardSports.com. Shout out to my guy, Dr. D, hooked us up with those training camp tickets.
Yeah, real one.
He says it's on Hooker to show he could pick up this offense. And that's just facts.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Even if Jared Goff goes out and balls this year, if Hendon Hooker shows this regime, the coaching staff promise that he's able to run this offense, or at least just, again, you have all day behind this offensive line. Jared Goff took the least amount of sacks in the entire fucking league. Mm-hmm. Then you should be able to execute a fucking 10-yard out to a guy that's going to run it 80 yards afterwards.
James M. says, find your guy so you can find your guy again in 5 years. Flawed logic. Not if that guy hits. Not if that guy is him. Mm-hmm. Then you pay that guy. Mm-hmm. Are the Chiefs looking for their guy in another 5 years? Are the Ravens looking for their guy in another 5 years? Are the Eagles looking for their guy in another 5 years?
The Eagles are the flip end of that. They found another guy.
Yeah, and they found their guy, and they're like, damn, he's him. Let's lock him down.
There you go.
Exactly. And that's the thing, too, is like, where I'm seeing Brad Holmes mapping this thing out is he also grabbed Hendon Hooker this year specifically. It was going to be a quarterback either way. We already discussed that before. Quarterback was getting drafted this year. We said it may not be in the first round, but it's happening. But he did that so that if Hendon Hooker does show promise, guess who becomes an asset to your organization the same way Carson Wentz was to the Eagles organization that we just saw play in the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Just saying.
Goff is good, but he's not him. That's what I'm with LF4. LF-4.
That's an AI generated comment.
That is an AI generated name, but
dude, you're a bot.
I'm with him on that. Goff is good. Goff is good. Goff is a good quarterback in that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Goff's trash. He'll never do anything. You can't do. No, Goff is a good quarterback in the NFL. He's a very good quarterback when provided a bountiful amount of talent and resources around him, but I'm not paying great money.
And if it happens, I might need some SMA.
Yeah, SMA or the Sports Marketing Agency can help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy. That's my guy Spimo Rax. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. Young Chris, JB Smooth, rocking along on a Thursday. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. If you're just joining in and you want the AI end of the world talk, please rewind to the beginning of the show. If you want what AI has to say about Jared Goff, continue to listen live.
So, Appreciate you listening. I appreciate you supporting the show. I don't mean to go at you like this, but
Don't
tell
do
me
it.
this doesn't sound like the name of a male stripper.
Vince Cinnamon.
Vince Cinnamon.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's gotta be. He's gotta be a male stripper.
That's an AI generated stripper name.
Yeah, facts.
I'm gonna ask AI tonight. Dude, I can ask AI anything. I'm just gonna take it as it's right.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Ask AI, should the Lions pay Jared Goff $40+ million a year?
Anybody right now could call in too, but I want to extend that offer, especially if not exclusively, to anybody that was a part of that Brad Holmes Zoom call yesterday with Dan Miller and everybody else. I feel like there was some good pieces dropped. Again, we said it yesterday too, that this is a transparent organization. They're villain-esque, where they're gonna give you the game plan, how they're gonna take over the world, and just execute it. JB, do we have a caller already?
Yeah.
Let's go. Who we got?
Dr. Detroit for you guys.
Let's go.
The man,
That's
the
my
myth, the
guy.
legend
What's
himself.
up, Dr. D?
What up, man? How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good, brother.
man?
How about you?
I'm doing really good. Yeah, that was dope yesterday, dude. You guys know I've gotten to do a lot of dope shit with the Lions over the years, but I never got to do anything like that before. That was really cool.
So what was it all about? Well, break it down for us.
So they selected some of the Lions loyal people who paid money to, for seats. They selected a small group to have a Zoom meeting with Brad Holmes, with John Dorsey, and Avery, and Dan Miller, and ask your questions and fire away. And I mean, people fired rockets at him, and man, dude's got a Patriots system, bro. So he can answer what. And John Dorsey, yeah, don't sleep on Dorsey. This guy's making decisions too. I think we kind of got this a little convoluted, and that's just from about an hour and a half on a Zoom call. But I think Dorsey plays a big role here as well. But I think it's more like a committee,
Yeah.
But what he said about, he's excited about all his players, and he explained why he picked them, and yeah, I think we were surprised by a couple teams that took players ahead of us. Not too much surprise, but it just wasn't like the Sewell deal or the Hutch deal. They got taken up, and so they decided, hey, these are the players we want, and from a range of 12 to 20, whatever, it don't fucking matter. We're taking them anyway. Just get them. And that makes sense to me. But the thing that really stuck to almost everybody was how he talked about Hooker and how everybody talked about Hooker. And it, and it wasn't like he was bailing on Goff, but he said, yeah, well, we got 15 months and we've made communication with his agent, which I interpreted that as look, I'm not going to let his agent hang out there. So if we draft a quarterback, Goff is sitting out here like, hey, no one's communicating with me, right? So I think he let his agent know, hey, listen, it's going to be 15 months. They want to see what they have in Hooker, for sure. And if Hooker can perform for a fraction of the cost of Goff, no matter how good Goff plays, it's fucking math, man. It's just fucking math, folks.
Business at the end of the day.
Folks, it's math. Don't get mad. It's math, dude. Okay? And that's just the truth. And they love his long, deep ball, how accurate it is. And, my God, he can do it on the run, too. I mean, that's how they were fawning on this guy. So if anyone who was in that Zoom meeting that you guys run into, you ask him if I'm full of shit or what they thought, too.
Dr. D,
man. Because I'm not.
I appreciate you. And you never come full of shit, man. You're the real deal. And that's why I rock with you. I respect you and appreciate you for always tapping in and supporting, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Dr. D.
I appreciate the show. Yeah. All right, man. Thanks, Rex. I appreciate it, brother.
Hell yeah, man.
We'll see you at training camp.
Hell
yes,
yeah.
Sir.
I can't wait.
Right, later.
Yeah, I can't wait either, man.
He said they think Hendon Hooker can perform with his long, deep balls. I love it. No, but for real, he's right, man. It's math. It's math.
Simple love.
If you can run this
Simple
offense,
math. Just nice.
it's not like Jared Goff is I don't want this to sound like disrespectful to the man, but like, it's not like he's going out there and
You're a hater.
I know. It's not like he's going out there and making these jaw-dropping plays that are like, oh, he's the only one that can do that. He's running the offense, which is a skill in itself, running the offense, being very safe with the ball, not turning the ball over, which is a very important asset, but that was also Hendon Hooker's calling card, was his accuracy, his lack of turnovers, and he's got better arm talent and mobility. So if he is able to run the offense with the extra perks of that, like Dr. D said, it's fucking math, man.
Quick math.
Quick maths.
Boom, boom, boom. Skid up. No, and again, that's the genius of Brad Holmes, is he did this a year ahead of schedule. He didn't leave himself in a situation where he'd be absolutely fucked.
Whoa, Coach.
Because you still have that to go through next year, too.
You saw that? Yeah.
What?
Let me read this. This is from Woj. The Milwaukee Bucks dismissed coach Mike Budenholzer, sources tell ESPN. Bud gets fired. Damn, bro. He just won a chip.
Remember when I said I wanted to talk Pistons, but it was draft?
Yeah.
This is what I was worried about. If the Bucks fire Mike Budenholzer...
Oh, they're signing Charles Lee.
Exactly. Yeah. Taking my top candidate for the Detroit Pistons head coach right off the market.
Well, wouldn't Budenholzer then replace
Casey?
Your candidate there?
I wouldn't want Budenholzer. Dude just got fired.
Yeah.
Dude just got fired. He's a good coach, but he's
good.
He's a mid coach, honestly.
I
he
think
won because of Giannis's. He's a not mid, but he's a very I don't know where to put him in the class of coaches. He's good to get you to the playoffs, but he's not the guy that wins you a championship at all. He's gotten out coached every playoffs.
Bro, I bet Ime Udoka's salty right now.
Yeah.
Who?
Ime Udoka's salty right now.
They could have had that job.
Took that Houston job instead of waiting for the Bucks job to open up.
Yeah.
Whew, I'd be pissed.
I think he's a good coach.
I went with the Bucks, boy.
He's not.
Let me be honest.
I look at it because like when he had the Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta was really good with Budenholzer. I was surprised that he was like dismissed from there.
Well, again, and he got dismissed because he kept getting out coached.
I'm good on Bud. I'm good on
his lack of talent.
He's getting out coached.
Yeah,
he's getting out coached in every season. He's got less talent than Miami.
I mean, they've been getting hurt.
I mean, Giannis
did Giannis not get hurt?
He missed one game.
Did Jimmy
even without Giannis,
like
he had more talent.
Like, can I? And this is why I like to, and all due respect to like the basketball, more specifically NBA coaches, but like Jimmy Butler scored 56 fucking points. Like, dude was fucking balling.
Cannot let that happen.
There's only so much you can do like when that shit happens. That's why I say superstars win this league more than
double
coaches.
team him every play. When he's at 30, you double team him every play and you make somebody else beat you. You don't let him get 50.
He double teamed him 4 times that game. He got 56. Dude has 56 points. How are you only double teaming him 4 times in a game where a dude has 56 points? That is bad coaching.
Yeah.
That does not make sense.
That does not make sense.
That's exactly
that is Chewbacca defense. It literally is.
Oh, stripper or a P name, says George Eagle. Don't know what he's talking about there.
Probably Vince Cinnamon.
Vince Cinnamon's burning.
Man, bro, I don't want to lose Charles Lee. I liked Charles Lee.
Yeah, because like he's definitely not going to say no to opportunity to just coach, like have the best player, arguably the best player in the NBA right now.
Exactly.
You know. But I think Budenholzer's a good coach. I think he get you there. I mean, all these guys can get you there as long as you have the team. That's the biggest piece in the NBA. To win a championship, you need superstars. Cut, point blank, play and dry.
Yeah.
I guess 12% of that one would be 04 Pistons.
But here,
what goes against the rule.
Yeah.
But here's where I push back on the value of the coach: is the Boston Celtics this year. They should be steamrolling the Eastern Conference.
Yes.
Now they had a great game last night, but it took a very disappointing loss to get their heads straight. Ime Udoka, same roster, better roster actually, better roster this year. And Ime Udoka and the Celtics dominated last year. They dominated. And this year, under a new coach, Joe Mazzulla, give him credit. You know, he's new to the gig. He's only 33, but him doing that and looking at this Boston team, it doesn't have the dog it had last year. And the only difference is coaching. So it shows you that it does matter. It matters less in basketball than football, but it does matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, certain extent, I think sometimes too it's like the when voices grow old and stuff like that. But I mean, sometimes this is what you need to do. Same way that Mark Jackson wasn't technically a bad coach, he's just like the voice, the fucking preaching in the locker room was like getting old.
He didn't fit the culture.
Yeah, like I get.
That's why I don't really want Budenholzer. I don't think he'll
fit the
that's
culture.
not the guy to.
You're right. Somebody said something on Twitter, and I get it come off like a little spicy, but maybe I'll say it for when we get back. Cause it is one I don't necessarily know if I want to share it. It is very spicy, but I feel like it to a certain extent is kind of true. But before we get to that, let me tell you guys about Alta Equipment, because at Alta,
uptime,
Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. You got a Jared Goff shrine you're making in your backyard? Call Alta Rent. They got the equipment to make that thing get done a lot faster than you would by your damn self. Give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment, where
uptime
matters. We'll have which. We'll be right back.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spinmo Rax.
What up, though?
Hit the like button, 5-star review, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. We appreciate you guys rocking with us again. We are live from 5 to 7 Monday through Friday. Breaking news, though, before the last break. Former NBA champion, winning head coach, Mike Budenholzer fired from the Milwaukee Bucks. I think it's a candidate the Detroit Pistons could be or should be looking into. And I forgot to go over the whole other piece I want to talk about to you guys with during the break there, but you say no. Chris says no. What does JB say? What does the fox say?
Oh,
What's JB say?
It's a pass for me, too.
No?
No.
It's because he's white. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, JB. Why?
I just don't think he would be a good fit.
Nice. Chris, you threw your hand up. What's up?
Yeah, we got this interesting tweet here that just came through.
Somebody's rocking with me. Ash the Trader.
Yeah.
Cousin and friend of Detroit Pistons superstar Cade Cunningham. Detroit Pistons star. I'll leave it at that. Think we found our coach. Following the firing. This was just tweeted. I mean, you think something went down? Or you think he's talking about Budenholzer?
I think he's talking about Budenholzer.
I'm saying, bro, he's a good coach.
He's
like, you look at those Atlanta teams, like when they were doing that one year, they were #1 seed in the East.
The 60-win season.
Yeah,
that was a great.
He's a good coach.
Did they get to the conference finals or?
Yeah, and they lost to LeBron. They got dominated.
Like saying that, just double Jimmy and it'll stop everything. I feel like you're dismissing like the greatness that's playoff Jimmy.
No, I don't think it would stop everything, but you need to try to do it. You need to do it more than 6 times in a game where he's dropping 56. Yeah. Like, you need to make somebody else beat you if Jimmy Butler's got 30 at half.
It's a problem. The problem is that he just doesn't make adjustments. It's actually one of the same problems that Dwayne Casey has as a coach, and that's what did him in playoff series. That's why you could be a good regular season coach, because you have this rigid structure that you don't change. Everybody comes out at this time, and substitutions. Everything is to a T, and it's almost perfected like a science. But you get to the playoffs where the teams can counter that. And that's where these kind of coaches, Dwayne Casey, Mike Budenholzer, another one was Stan Van Gundy, that was very much rigid in their principles and did not change. And while that works in the regular season, it doesn't seem to work in the playoffs. What seems to work in the playoffs is guys like Nick Nurse that just try shit. Steve Kerr tries shit.
I don't know about all that. I think you're being
David
very
Blatt.
dismissive.
David Blatt.
I think he comes from like the Spurs too, if I'm not mistaken, Mike Budenholzer. Like where like yeah, you're right. Things got to be like a little bit onto the tee. But I think there's more success. Like if I look at the Casey situation, like at that time in Toronto, like DeMar was a star in the league. I'm not using the term superstar. I'm just saying like star. Kyle was better. I never really thought Kyle Lowry as like.
They both made All-Star games like 6 years in a row.
Yeah, but that's like in the East was like weak. You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle Lowry before DeMar, like wasn't really like
LeBron
doing
all the credit.
Huh?
You give LeBron all the credit in the world, but the East was weak.
The East was weak. He still made it to the finals and did his thing. Only lose like a fucking super team. Boston was built because of LeBron.
Sure.
KD and Steph arguably was built because of LeBron.
Yeah, it was Dallas Mavericks. That Dirk Dallas Maverick team was built because of LeBron.
No, they weren't because of LeBron. They just fucking dropped the ball now. There's zero excuses for LeBron James.
Yeah,
that was Chris Bosh for that series.
That was embarrassing.
That was
He
embarrassing.
could not post up JJ Barea. That was insane. That was genuinely insane.
In fairness, what do you think was who was more talented? Mike Budenholzer's Atlanta team when he was doing his thing, or Casey's Toronto team? You gotta argue Casey's Toronto team for
Mike
sure.
Budenholzer's Atlanta team was. They were kind of like
Al Horford,
a poor man's 04 Pistons. Like,
Yes.
they didn't have a superstar, but they
Poor
had
man's Spurs.
I think they had five All-Stars on their team. Yeah. Paul Millsap, Al Horford, Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver. Yeah, like
And
they.
who were missing?
They had a good team.
Yeah.
It wasn't with the star power. That's debatable, man. That's debatable because I think Al Horford back then is in the same class as what DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry were.
I can see where you guys come though from a fit too. Like, I feel like this is where this franchise has been at, and this is to JB's point. To get us expound on that one is like they need like a uplifting voice. They need something to buy into, and I don't want to diminish like Mike Budenholzer's message as a head coach because obviously he's in the profession for a reason, at the highest level for a reason.
Want a chip?
But he just doesn't feel like that type of guy. He feels like more the X and O type of guy, like Chris is referring to. Where like this team, these young guys that need to like buy into like a defensive system or just even playing defense in general, like this, they need something boisterous or just like energizing there. Because this is something that's been like dead for a minute. You know, something to fucking. He's convulsing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Bud did that though in Atlanta.
He
like,
did.
After they sold like the Josh Smith, Joe Johnson team.
Yeah.
Like they're like, all right, this isn't working. Let's bring in a whole new squad. And then they had the best record in the East. Went to the conference finals. Had 5 All-Stars.
Honolulu Blue Party. Yeah, that's a great question. Who's the kneecap biter coach in the NBA? Who's the kneecap biting candidate for the Pistons right now?
Candidate?
Yeah.
Oh. The kneecap biter coach in the NBA is probably Eric Spoelstra. But
yeah.
He's not going nowhere.
I think he's a good mix. He's a good mix of that, like in X and O.
Yeah, but
what?
I see Bill Laimbeer in the chat, and while I like Bill Laimbeer, I just think he's one of those players that's a little too old as far as like his time. But that personality, I could see working.
That
But
energy.
It would just be, it would just have to be somebody that's a little more.
Didn't work with
more
Stan
modern.
Van.
Pat Beverly, no play.
Yeah. This would probably be the one and only time I'll probably agree with this guy. MMS 1346. Just kidding. But he says, I just lost the comment. Oh, Bud messed up during the Miami series, but you can't say he hasn't proven himself. Right?
Oh, yeah, he won a championship.
So it's like, you have a proven commodity, a guy who's flipped a switch already in Atlanta.
I just
A more
switch.
more talented team. I almost feel like his system would work better with the Pistons too, because with Giannis, it's like, okay, how am I supposed to say no to like letting this guy fucking be Giannis? You know what I'm saying?
I won with the Bucks, boy.
Versus like with the
Let me be
Pistons,
honest.
you have Cade who could probably share the ball a little bit, make things happen. I don't know. My guy Nick is listening. You should call in. Nick cutting the clips in the back. Yeah. For you. Sure. We fucking with the season tickets. What do you want? You go to these guys fucking every night.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a upgrade at coach. Like I think Budenholzer is a good coach. That's not my argument, but I want to take a chance on the young coach, the one that, because that's proven like a lot like the offensive coordinator, the young offensive coordinator in the NFL. What's recently been a trend in the NBA is a young assistant getting their shot and getting their break, and that's been that's been working out very well, or the video coordinator that Eric Spoelstra was. It's the taking a chance on a guy that seems to work rather than a coach that's being rehired.
It's definitely more exciting.
It's like, who would you rather hire as your head coach, Ben Johnson or I don't know.
Computing. You should ask AI.
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson.
You're a young team ready to go.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Look what we did last year.
So you're all in
to
on
be
Mike
fair,
Budenholzer?
that was a bad example. But
how?
Well, Doug Peterson's a fucking good ass coach.
And so is Mike Budenholzer in your eyes?
No, Doug Peterson's like a dog ass coach. Like, I mean, Mike Budenholzer's a good coach. I mean, there's different sports. I guess I could probably think of someone who like maybe lucked into like a ring there.
Win one chip and then.
It's different sports. It's different. I mean, I look at the coach. You already know. I say it all the time. I just said it in this like I don't look at NBA coaches like that, but Doug Peterson. Come on.
You love Doug Peterson though.
Yeah, Doug Peterson's phenomenal. Look, we did the Jaguars.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Texans going worst to first. Like,
well, I mean,
Doug
the Jaguars did it.
Dougie P did
that
it.
Was writing on the wall to go worst to first.
Dougie P outcoached fucking Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
With Nick Foles,
yeah,
bro.
That's true.
Come on.
That
Show
is
the man
true.
some respect.
That's a good point.
Who we got calling in, JB?
Hey, we got Nick. He's calling from the back.
Nick. Hey. Nick, I don't know his last name. He gets so mad when I don't remember his last name. What up, Nick?
Easy, you're ridiculous. It's Koloff. But, all right, so Mike Budenholzer just got fired. He's got to be the blame game here. I think it would be a no-doubt hire for the Detroit Pistons with his coaching pedigree. I mean, they've been, top 3 in the East since he's been a coach. I think it would be a huge move for the Detroit Pistons and this young team to get a coach like that.
You think he'd fit the culture of what the Pistons are trying to build and with their young roster?
I think that he's a winning coach, and that is bottom line, biggest thing that matters. And he'd be a good leader, I believe, for these young guys. And he's only 53. It's not like he's like a crazy old head.
That's fair.
I'm somewhere in between, but I do feel I don't fucking know, guys. I almost want to dismiss myself from this one because I want talent. Could give like too much of a fuck less like who the coach is. I really want talent more than anything. I want the Victor Wembanyama. I want Brandon Miller to be what we expect him to be, or what he can be.
Yeah.
That's what I want more than any other head coach. But if I don't get that, then yeah, you want a Mike Budenholzer. He's proven it already. And I'd argue this too. Pistons, like, based off prospects. I'm talking about Jalen Duren, Jaden Ivey, Kay Cunningham. Is there an argument there to be said that they could even be debatably more talented than that Atlanta team too? And Cade, especially if it's like a system, a true system where you have a point guard, like, you know, the way Tony was, and Cade also could score for you if he has to. I think it could work. I really feel like it could work. Chris?
I mean, I'm not saying it can't work. I just don't think it works to that level. Like, remember how a few years ago the talk with Dwayne Casey was, yeah, Dwayne Casey will get this team to the playoffs one day when these young guys develop, but he won't be the coach that gets you over the hump. And that's how I feel about Budenholzer. Budenholzer's an upgraded version of that. I think Budenholzer is a very good coach, and I wouldn't hate the hire. I just wouldn't love it because when I look at the track record of recent successful coaching hires in the NBA, it's been Ime Udoka. It's been all of these guys that you're giving their first shot to that have something fresh and interesting to bring to the game.
JB, we got a caller?
Yep, I will send you guys Braxton.
What up, though, Braxton?
Braxton, how you feeling?
It was Braxton. We had to go to break right there, Jimmy. That's cool.
What's up? Hey,
what up, man?
So, the Mike Budenholzer conversation, right? So, like, Giannis is my favorite player in the NBA. So I watch a whole bunch of Bucks games. And I'm not going to lie. Mike Budenholzer deserved to be fired 100%. For the past 3 years, he's probably been the most overrated coach in basketball. His rotations, his defensive, like, strategies, his situational management is actually awful. So I agree with, like, you got to find these up-and-coming head coaches, the assistants and whatnot, to hire instead of the people that just been, like, you're about to rehire them.
That's fair. I think it's very easy to look like a good coach when you got Giannis on your team.
But he has the resume of looking good before Giannis too in Atlanta.
It's the
He
Jared
got fired
Goff.
from Atlanta for a reason too.
What was the reason in Atlanta?
He didn't win anything.
Diddled that kid.
He didn't win a final. He didn't make it
He
to a
kept,
finals.
the reason he got fired from Atlanta was because their whole offensive strategy was driving kick, and outside of that one year where Kyle Korver, Paul Millsap, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague made it to the All-Star game, the offense was actually awful for the rest of his time there. So he has a track record of like not having adjustments and things of that nature.
Listen, I could be swayed either way. Again, I already said it. I think more than anything, it could be Phil Jackson, and I tell you, I'd rather have Victor Wembanyama. If I'm being honest with you guys, like it's a talent-driven league, but Braxton.
Phil Jackson's overrated.
Always with the fire points. Shout out to Braxton calling in one more time, man.
Yeah, shout out.
Appreciate you, Braxton.
Appreciate you, Braxton. Spinning, tell us about Planet Fitness, and I'm gonna try to get Jeff to call in. I want to know what Jeff's opinion is on this one.
I will, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes of the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, but you can't pull up to Planet Fitness and forget the perks, because with the use of the Black Card, you get amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, massage chairs, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,400 locations worldwide and unlimited guest privileges. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. And remember, from May 1st through the 10th, you can get your big fitness energy. Join for $1 down and $10 a month. That ends May 10th, so get it while you can. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Allen! Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris, the Booth, JB Smooth, the ones and twos. I think there's Honolulu Blue. Honolulu Blue is on fire right now. He says, why not hire this Mike Budenholzer guy?
When you look at Budenholzer's record in Atlanta, he only won over 50 games once.
Yep.
And that was that 1 year.
Again, did any of us really think that team was like, this is a talent-driven league? I get there was respectable names on that team, but looking at those Atlanta teams, like no one's like, was there maybe Joe Johnson, maybe a little bit dismissive of him, but is there anybody on that team with the prospect of like a Cade Cunningham?
No.
And you know what I'm saying, like, this is a different situation here in Detroit. Like, this is a really talented roster. And Chris, during the break, said that you don't want him because he's kind of like golf. You kind of know where the ceiling is. Why? I had the counterpoint, like, yeah, the NBA championship. Like, it's a different conversation. He's won. He's won the ring.
Which is fair, but again, we're establishing that the NBA is a totally different. It's a talent-driven league as opposed to the NFL, which is coaching and schematics. And the difference is that he had a top player of all time, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, Cade Cunningham, if he turns into Giannis, then he can beat Mike. Then Mike Budenholzer can win you a championship as the coach of the Detroit Pistons. If he's not Giannis, that team is not winning the championship. I don't see what's so hard about this.
You're a Jaden Ivey hater.
You didn't even say Jaden Ivey.
You're a fucking Cade Cunningham hater. You hate them both. They're both super fucking talented. It may not be Giannis. Giannis are all one of one. I mean, I can't think of any other Giannis's within like the NBA history, but they're still super talented guys, and we've seen them win with less.
Not anything worth it.
All right, guys. I hate to cut you off, but we do have a very important person on the phone for you, Eazy.
Mom?
Dad?
Bryson?
No, not quite.
It's the Joker.
Not quite.
Jeff Frey from the morning Woodward show.
Jeff, should we hire Bud or not?
Booty holder.
No, no, I don't think so. But I think he will be in consideration. The question I have is, how does this impact the Pistons coaching search? Like Charles Lee, for example. What does this mean for Charles Lee? Like, what direction are the Bucks going to go? I'm probably more concerned about that. But I think Budenholzer should get an interview. I'm always been towards going after a younger coach, someone that you can find. But Budenholzer has success. He's been in the East for a while, Atlanta with the Bucks. Like, it's not a bad option. Should get definitely looked at.
Jeff, those are some great points.
Why not though? Like why not Budenholzer? If we see him win a championship, we see him win with less in Atlanta the year before as a number one seed in the Eastern Conference in Atlanta. Why not?
Yeah, it really comes down to losing really key games. Like, I know he has a championship. You're absolutely correct, but this goes back to Atlanta. I mean, he has a history of just for some reason, whatever the reason is, in key games. I mean, he made a lot of mistakes down the stretch for the Bucks as well. From a coaching perspective, if you watch that series, it wasn't all just players. Like, Budenholzer had a lot to do with that as well. So I guess that would be the reason. But he's a hell of a coach. I mean, like I said, even with Atlanta, he's the top of the East. With the Bucks, he's consistently in the top of the East. I mean, their record without Giannis this year wasn't that bad either. But for whatever reason, in the postseason, besides that championship run, which, yes, it was impressive. They took the Celtics to 7 games the year prior. But for the most part, I mean, even dating back to Atlanta, Budenholzer's always been a first, second-round exit. Like, that has always been Budenholzer. So, I mean, I won't hate it. I can't say I hate the hire, but, again, it's someone that the Pistons are going to have to look at. He's probably the best coach, probably with the best resume available right now.
See? It'd be tough to turn that one down.
Your favorite? Everything I said, Easy.
I just said the same thing I gave to you, though. It'd be tough to turn that one down. I'd be okay with the hire. Now, to Chris's point about losing Lee now, though, how do you feel about that? What's the perceived number one candidate?
Oh, I'm devastated. Because Charles Lee was my number one option. I mean, what he's done from a developmental standpoint, Giannis specifically, but other players as well, he's developed a lot of their bigs, and that's something that the Pistons right now, Wiseman, Duran, hell, if you get Victor, add him in there. I just like Charles Lee. He's well-spoken. Players love him. I think he could relate to, specifically this age group of players as well. Like, that's kind of the main point for Charles Lee. But just, again, last season, he's been with Budenholzer his whole career. He got promoted to associate head coach last season. Like, for a guy who's consistently with a coach, that's a good thing. And number two, it means it's his guy. And then number two, for him to get promoted last season tells a lot, too. I just like where Charles Lee's projection is. I like coaches also, man, on top of all that have taken interviews. Like, he interviewed for Utah's job before they gave it to Will Hardy. So, again, he's taken interviews. He's experienced. He's been an assistant a while in this league. And if we're going after the Bucks in the East, to your point, Easy, about Budenholzer, you got to get somebody from that organization. So I love Charles Lee, man. He's my number one candidate. But who knows now with now the Budenholzer being fired.
How pissed do you think Ime Udoka is that he joined that toxic cesspool in Houston instead of waiting for the Bucks job to open up?
I think Ime's already looking at on some how many females work for the Rockets organization. Because I'm being honest with you, if I'm Udoka, I'm getting the hell out of there. The Bucks job with Ime is just to face the Celtics in the postseason with Giannis and company. Like, that's a job that I think a lot of coaches are going to be running towards. So that's the tough part, man. If you're Ime Udoka and you take a job that early, I mean, that's the risk you take essentially, because teams always typically, if they have a series like the Bucks and you lose to the Miami Heat, they're getting fired. So there's going to be openings, and Ime took one very early with the Rockets. So yeah, he's in an interesting situation. But again, the Rockets ownership, they sold him on Victor Wembanyama. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. Oh
man. I mean, not Chris Quinn. Sorry, Quinn Snyder did the same thing with Atlanta.
Yeah.
Took that job too early. I think he
for sure.
lost some flexibility, some leverage.
I have this question then, and I'm posing this to the room as well, but I want Jeff to answer this first, obviously, because we appreciate your time joining us. If we're losing Lee to the Bucks, obviously I think that'd be an ideal spot for him and any coach, like you guys said, and we don't want Budenholzer.
It's gonna be Kevin Ollie.
Are we cool with that?
Yeah.
Are we cool with that? Are we cool with Kevin Ollie over Mike Budenholzer?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right.
Well, I'm just what
all right,
happened. You know,
Ollie,
who's next? Who's next in line?
No. To answer your question, so there's a handful of guys that got second interviews. I think Ollie is somebody that impressed Weaver. He got a second interview, and I think that's a great thing. When you go in for an interview and you crush it, you get invited for a second one, and you weren't intentionally supposed to. I think that means something. And Ollie has a ton of experience there. He's won at the NCAA level. He's been a part of the developmental process at overtime. Like I like Ollie's resume a lot. But again, I don't know anything about any of these guys. I mean, you can't project any of these guys. Charles Lee, for all I know, could be a garbage head coach. Like, I really don't know. It's about, what Troy Weaver sees in these guys as he's interviewing them. I like Ollie a lot as well. But again, it's after Charles Lee, I'm not in love with the rest, if I'm being completely honest with you. So that's something that Troy's going to have to decide, because let's be real, besides drafting Cade Cunningham, this is the most important decision Troy's made so far. And it could easily cost him if he makes the wrong hire. So it's super important. He can't mess this up.
That's a great point too.
That's what I told you.
This is we are.
You think Troy Weaver would stake his tenure in Detroit on Mike Budenholzer?
Well, here's the thing with that.
Now that's a good question.
You're winning games at the very least, though, with that hire.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely. You're winning games with Mike Budenholzer.
I just told you he only won more than 50 games in Atlanta once.
That's fine. That's a Eastern Conference with freaking LeBron James.
I thought the East was weak.
It was weak, but those are still good. This is a talent-driven league, Bubba. Eastern Conference still had Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and the fucking Boston Celtics at that point.
So your argument to them making the finals was that it was weak, but when they didn't win enough games, is because the East was good.
Who making the finals is weak?
You just said the East was weak. What? Last segment about
West of them being number one seed in the East.
Yeah. Because the East was weak, but now that because they only won 50+ games once, the East was weak doesn't factor into that.
Well, also he didn't have much to work with. I don't think he had much to work with.
He won't have much to work with here.
What do you mean? We just went over the fact that Cade Cunningham is more of an upside than any piece that he had in that Atlanta team.
Sure, but saying you're going to win with Bud, I think is a reach.
No, you're definitely going to win with Bud.
You know you'll win with Bud because he won with Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is what you're basing it off.
No. I know we'll win with Bud because he won with Atlanta. With fucking Jeff Teague.
Once.
No, more than once.
He only won more than 50 games.
You're basing this off of 50 games, but I'm saying it's still over 500 by all means.
I'm not hiring a guy to be like, oh, he'll get us over 500. That's not what I'm hiring a coach. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a guy that will develop this team into a championship contender. I'm not hiring this guy because I think he might be able to get us over 500.
Which, by based on all technicalities, he did do and won the championship. Like he's
with
a good
Giannis
coach.
Antetokounmpo.
That's fine. That's how this league works. You need talent. That's why I'm not dismissing that Atlanta situation, but only 50 games and making the playoffs and getting bounced because he didn't have talent to work with in Atlanta. I think there's a lot more potential talent here in Detroit than he ever had in Atlanta. I would make the same argument I just said for Cade Cunningham being more potentially talented than when he had in Atlanta. The same argument I'd make for Jaden Ivey. And I'm the Jaden Ivey
So
hater.
now you like Jaden Ivey.
I've never not liked Jaden Ivey. You're just fucking have an agenda. You know my agenda. Has everything to do with me and AI going at Jared Goff. You piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. A little too far.
Yeah, I'm just saying, and as Marcelo Ventura, it's a safe hire.
Yes.
I don't want a safe hire.
But if you're Troy, your job's attached to
that's like a bottom tier. Like what you just said, you'll at least get to 500. I'm not looking to at least get to 500. I'm looking to be a championship contender. So I'm not hiring a guy if I know we can get to 500 with him. That's not something that I'm like, yeah, that makes me want to hire him.
But he also literally won a fucking championship.
With Giannis Antetokounmpo, who was the 2-time MVP.
Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey.
I understand. We all think Cade Cunningham's going to be very good. Are you going to sit there and tell me Cade Cunningham's going to be a 2-time MVP?
Could be.
Could be? Okay, Giannis was. Giannis is. He won the championship with Giannis. That doesn't mean he's going to be a championship contending coach in Detroit with unproven players.
Okay, so boom, Cade Cunningham. We both think he's going to be very good, right?
Yes, very good.
Okay.
I'm not going to say he's going to be a 2-time MVP.
You think Jaden Ivey's going to be very good?
I think he's going to be good,
You think Jalen Duren's going to be very good?
Yes.
So why not take a very good head coach and give him the opportunity to show you? When he showed you once before. Yes, he's very good. The resume, he's not bad. And he's got a championship. There's other coaches that had Giannis too.
Do you think Ty Lue's a very good coach?
No.
Then what makes Mike Budenholzer a very good coach and Ty Lue not a very good coach? They have the same resume.
One had the greatest player of all time.
And one had a 2-time MVP and won a championship.
But one's the greatest all time.
Arguably.
One's fucking LeBron James, brother. And we've seen LeBron do it with multiple coaches versus Giannis have only done it once.
Giannis has only had one coach.
No, he
he's
had
had
J.
two.
Kidd. Yeah. He's had other coaches.
Yeah, J. Kidd's ass. He's not a good coach.
Just saying. I'm just saying. When we get back, we'll continue to argue. How about that? But not before I tell you guys about Swiss Insurance. Swiss Insurance got what you need. You need some insurance? You need some Charles Lee in the case of the exit of Mike Budenholzer? Then you call my guy Mark at Swiss Insurance. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. Again, that's Mark at SwissINS.com. Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I've lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth, Room for Radio. I'm taking the stance of hell fucking yeah, I would hire Mike Budenholzer. By the way, like button, 5-star review, all that good stuff like that. The Tyronn Lue, that's not even the same like atmosphere because LeBron James. And the Tyler Schultz in the Woodward Sports comments making that argument that Prime Giannis is better than LeBron James. Look at what the fuck.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, you're tripping, bro.
But Giannis is not a slouch either.
No, he's not.
Not
slouch by any means.
Still a top 3 player in the NBA. He's, what would you say, at least top 20 NBA all time already?
All time.
Already.
Yeah, for sure.
So if he plays 40 years like LeBron did, who knows?
But even then though, like LeBron up to this point, Giannis, like LeBron had achieved more, have done more. Like it's not even fucking close. Not even close.
Go by the years.
Giannis has only been to one finals, and obviously he won it. Yes. But
how many years has
LeBron
was in the league?
I think at this point in their careers, LeBron had 2 rings and Giannis has 1, but they both have 2 MVPs. I think it'd be pretty even. Pretty even.
No.
I mean,
when did they win the chip?
The Giannis.
I mean, look, LeBron is way better than Giannis. Like that's not the debate.
That's what I'm saying. That's not the conversation I'm gonna have here. Like I'm not gonna compare like Ty Lue to Mike Budenholzer in this situation. And then again to the point where like it's the Atlanta one. If we all inherently agree that the Pistons team has way more like prospects of being a talented team, and we've seen this guy win. Yeah, you say you take Giannis, whatever. Then why not give him the opportunity? Like this is a more talented team than he had in Atlanta.
It's a safe hire. It's a safe hire.
I don't want a safe hire.
I don't want that.
I don't want a safe hire. I don't want to. Okay, yeah.
But if
he
you're
can
Troy,
get us to 500.
But if you're Troy, and your job's on the line, we've had discussion too.
Yeah. Oh, we have.
Then
no, don't let him finish.
You go ahead.
Then I'm going with the fucking safe hire.
Okay. When's the last time? When's the last time a GM in Detroit whose job was on the line went with the safe option and it didn't work out?
I don't know.
When Bob Quinn drafted Jeff Okuda.
No, that's
yes, it is. His job was on the line, so they went with that pick.
Talking about a head coach and a whole totally different
sport.
sport.
Well, if it's the safe option, it's the safe option.
That was not the safe option. That's a whole totally.
That was not the safe option.
All right, I love you. Totally different circumstances. You got different sport, different positions. That's a GM drafting a player and going off of a COVID
that is a
draft
GM
too.
With his job on the line, going for the safe option at the most important decision they're making in their tenure.
in a different sport, in a different scenario. You're talking about the leader of your organization. Like, all due respect to Jeff Okudah and the greatest cornerbacks in the history of the NFL, they've never been like the leader of the fucking organization. And it's also a draft class coming off of.
Now the head coach is that important. Now the head coach is that important in basketball that they're the leader of the organization.
It's a different scenario, is what I'm telling you.
I don't think so. I think it's more similar than it is different.
You're just equivalent to drafting a 21-year-old football player after a fucking quarantine COVID draft. Like, it's not the same at all.
I think it's a GM making one of the most important decisions of their tenure with the franchise, with them being on the hot seat, knowing if it doesn't work out, they're probably gone.
The Jeff Okudah hire, I guess in a way you could look at it as Jeff Okudah hire. Jeff Okudah it's not I'm fucking saying one's hiring a guy, one's drafting a guy. You can look at it as like it's going to save me some time because I'm trying to buy time here. But the thing is, look, Jeff Okudah, you're not guaranteeing yourself wins. I, in Troy Weaver's shoes, and even myself in this chair, I'll sit here and tell you that if you hire Mike Budenholzer, you're going to get guaranteed wins. That's the difference.
That's bold.
On top of being not bold at all. You've seen it done. The guy's resume is what the resume is. And we both agree that this roster is talented. I'm not saying better. I see that thing play out, but it's more talented than the situation he had in Atlanta. If you're going to win games, you hire Mike Budenholzer, regardless.
Yes, this roster is more talented, but the league is more talented. So by virtue, this is not a
the league's more talented.
Yes, way more talented. Way more talented. The 40th best player in the league entering this season before he blew up was De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, you placed him 10, 15 years ago. He was already a top 15 player.
You're out. No,
the league is definitely more talented.
Way more talented. And Eazy.
I don't agree with that.
To go to Spencer's point, to be different, but to agree with Spencer, because I agree with what Spencer's saying. But when was the last time a GM made a safe move and that actually worked and that was actually beneficial to the organization? It doesn't happen. When a GM makes a safe move, they are trying to save their job.
For sure.
And when you do that, it often doesn't work. They often fall flat on their face. And at the end of the day, all these conversations a year ago we were having about Brad Holmes, Stevie Y, Troy Weaver. Wow, Detroit has 3 excellent general managers. If you're making a safe decision, if Troy Weaver's making a safe decision, that is not what a great GM does.
But here's the thing:
we need to change our conversations.
You're also just capping it at a safe decision. It also can be the right decision. This is a championship-winning head coach.
Do you think Mike Budenholzer would win a championship in Detroit?
Let me finish here, because this is what Troy Weaver's faced with. All right, we're already talking about this year. He's going to be on the hot seat because we yet to see shit yet. Mm-hmm. If I'm changing it around to I'm at least winning, then yeah, I still have an opportunity to hire another coach. Then after, then I take my risk. I have no issue with that. I also see the side of like hiring a younger head coach just to want guys to come here because you already have talented pieces here too. But no, there's nothing wrong with going with a safe hire. It's not just a safe hire; it would be a good hire. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Do you think Mike Budenholzer would win a championship in Detroit as a head coach in Detroit?
I think it's possible. Yeah,
I don't.
And that's where we just disagree at that point. But I think you saw him win a championship before.
With Giannis.
You saw him win with a less talented roster beforehand too in Atlanta.
Yeah, and get capped off.
You have more than
nothing really great,
and that's fine. And you can just give me just with Giannis. But we have more than just Cade. You want to sit here and tell me that I'm undermining Jaden Ivey and what he could be, and then you're also just dismissing him at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, they had more than just Giannis, too. Like, Chris Middleton is not terrible. Drew Holiday is not terrible. Brook Lopez is not terrible. Okay. They had a great team around Giannis. Right. It wasn't just Giannis, but Giannis is a 2-time MVP. And Giannis
Chris Middleton or Jaden Ivey?
I'd say it's pretty similar.
Chris?
If Jaden Ivey became a multiple-time All-Star and a number 2 on a championship team, I'd say that's pretty successful.
Or Chris Middleton.
I mean, Jaden Ivey's skill set, you would think that has a higher ceiling, but in terms of relative, but in terms of relative NBA structure, again, what we were arguing back with the Atlanta thing,
and this team specifically,
number 2 on a championship team, it's a very similar ceiling.
But I think he's proved it this year that he could be a 1 on his own team. Chris Middleton, in no situation would ever have been a 1 on his own team unless it was just a fucking losing team.
Yeah, he could be a 1 on a garbage team.
Yeah, you know Chris the potential of Ivy though is like fucking like MVP-esque. We know the potential of Cade can be there, but at least at the very end, the core foundation of winning. So we know Cade. We all correlate Cade's like attributes to winning basketball games. Mm-hmm. We have like a winning basketball game. Then we have a guy that we're considered as like, again, MVPs. You're not going to sit here and pretend to tell me that Chris Middleton's ceiling is the same as what Jaden Ivey's is right now. And then you also throw in Jalen Duren, and then I pull a fucking guy from the fat guy commercial. Oh, by the way, I don't know his name. Yeah. But you also have the prospect of possibly landing Victor Wembanyama. Now I know you're going to dismiss that one because we all think he's going to Spurs.
Yeah, he's not coming to
but that's still out there too. And if Detroit does this, because he's already facing scrutiny now, we're the media. We push narratives, whether we like it or not. If it's intentionally, if we're just drawing up questions to talk about it open out loud, we push narratives. We're already talking about him being on the hot seat now. Why not buy yourself some time, and you can still take that risk later on if it doesn't work.
Yeah, and okay, so you'd say, yeah, Mike Budenholzer has that championship, so that makes him a better coach than Dwayne Casey. Just that.
For sure, better coach than Dwayne Casey.
But
I mean, obviously,
he had a lot better talent
Giannis.
to work with.
Yes,
in Milwaukee.
I agree.
And that Toronto team that Dwayne Casey had is pretty comparable to the Atlanta team that Mike Budenholzer had.
I'd say
you don't have a super. Neither of those teams have a superstar.
Baca, DeMar.
They didn't have 4 All-Stars. Neither of those teams had a superstar. Nobody had a guy that's like, all right, he's a top 5 player in this league. Mike Budenholzer did in Milwaukee. And you bring Dwayne Casey off of his head coach of the year to Detroit. Yeah, it was a much worse situation.
Yeah.
But you had a star and a couple guys to throw around, and Blake Griffin was an all-star. Blake Griffin just played the best year of his career, and it crumbles. And now you have this that you're looking to build up with a guy, try to get a young guy in there to develop. You think Mike Budenholzer is the guy that can develop this young team into a championship roster?
More than Casey?
Yeah.
Stepping up for your scenario you gave? Yes. Yes. I think Mike Budenholzer is a better head coach than Dwayne Casey.
Based off his one championship he won with a top 20 NBA player of all time.
No, because you keep dismissing the whole Atlanta resume, part of his resume.
Yeah, and Dwayne Casey had a great resume in Toronto. Did he not?
No, there's a difference. Mike Budenholzer stemming off of a already established coaching tree with arguably, in my opinion, the greatest NBA head coach of all time in Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs. Having won a championship, granted, Casey not given the same amount of talent that Mike Budenholzer was blessed with in the Milwaukee situation. But I just think in general, I never really thought of here's another thing too. Dwayne Casey doing really well with the Raptors at that point. You want to talk about a weak conference. Be real with me. And I'm going to ask Chris, because you be getting hot-headed a little bit. You'd be like, well, I can't say. You almost just try to say Chris Middleton had the same ceiling as Jaden Ivey. East weaker when Casey won the Eastern Conference, the #1 seed with Toronto, or when Mike Budenholzer did it with the
Atlanta.
Boston Celtics, the big 3 Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat when Dwayne Wade was still there, and then LeBron's still doing his own thing too. But that was a lot more competitive Eastern Conference than the one that Dwayne Casey won. When yes, LeBron was there, ultimately got shredded and destroyed by LeBron. Yeah. But outside of LeBron's team, there was the Pacers around then, led by freaking Victor Oladipo. What other teams were really anything in the Eastern Conference at that point? I just think Budenholzer's a better coach than Casey's in general.
When Atlanta was relevant, it was 2014, 2015. That was their 60-win season. That was way past the Boston Big Three.
Yeah.
That was way past that. Easy. You're talking the same. The 60-win season, Budenholzer's best season in Atlanta. And that was the time when, way past the Boston Celtics Big Three, it was it was even past the Miami. That would be the last year of, the first year of LeBron in Cleveland was that year. So at that point, it was Cleveland, it was Atlanta, it was Toronto. It was those 3 teams really that were battling it out. It was all the same time frame. They just kept playing each other in different rounds, but it was like a revolving door of when was this team going to get killed by the Cavs. It was the same ceiling, same
was that 2014? Right?
Yeah, 2014, 2015 was the 60-win season. That was LeBron's first season in Cleveland.
So then Dwayne Casey and Budenholzer were coaching in the same conference?
2017, 2018 was the Toronto's best season under Casey.
So then Budenholzer outcoached Casey already. Huh. No, but to be honest though, I'm more than accepting to take on.
Budenholzer outcoached Casey. Casey outcoached Budenholzer.
It was a wash.
They both did it 1 year.
They were both fighting to be LeBron's roadkill.
What?
What'd you say?
I said they were both fighting to be LeBron's roadkill.
Yeah. Budenholzer better coach than Dwayne Casey.
I think it would be an eerily similar hire.
Exactly. That's my point.
I don't think about eerily similar. I mean, I just don't agree. I mean, at this one, we'll just agree to disagree at this point. Well, the Brooklyn Nets, the Charlotte Hornets with a 3 seed that year, Chicago Bulls. What am I?
Yeah.
Oh, these are shooting stats.
That was the 3 alpha Chicago. The 3
I'm looking.
alpha.
I want
you remember that?
I want the playoff teams.
That was Rondo,
stats.
Jimmy, and Wade. Oh my God, that was terrible.
We'll continue the conversation maybe a little bit when we get back. Well, you know what? I want to end it. Let's go back to football. I am also open to going the young man's route. I think in a situation with Detroit, I almost feel like you want to go like a little bit of a Dan Campbell thing. We want this to be a place where you'd like to grow, like to give yourself an opportunity to win some games. You know, Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Jalen Durden, and all that good stuff like that too. Totally open to that. But I'm just, from Troy Weaver's standpoint, I'm definitely just dumping stock in Mike Budenholzer, especially when right now, I mean, if Kevin Ollie's your answer, then Kevin Ollie's your answer. But like, if we're just missing Budenholzer and we're looking to lose Charles Lee to the Milwaukee Bucks, then who is it?
I had a quick question, but I think we can make another segment out of it maybe tomorrow or another day about Charles Lee pertaining to the Milwaukee Bucks. But I'll let you guys go to break.
What? Okay. I'll tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Because you can walk into Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy. That's my guy sipping more Rex.
What up, though?
You know, Chris, JB Smooth. At the end of the day, I think it's just easier to sell hope. Like, I could sell the what if all day. But if I'm Troy specifically, I have a little bit of the what if, and I also like for sure like winning games. In my opinion.
Yeah, again, I don't want to hire a guy that'll for sure get me to 500. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. I'm looking for a guy that'll push me over the top, a guy that I can win an NBA championship with.
But you can't guarantee, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're looking for that, but you have a guy who
you can't guarantee it anywhere.
Literally did that.
With Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay, so why are you just missing Cade, Jaden, and Durden?
I love their prospect. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yes, one of those guys will be a 2-time MVP and a top 20 player in the history of the NBA.
But
that's ridiculous.
But the trio itself, is the fucking ceiling's phenomenal.
Okay, but
it comes out at Durden. Even Durden's fucking lit.
Right, but then you compare it
say
to
it.
the trio.
No, let him say it.
I don't know if that core is as good as the championship Bucks core. If you're telling me that core will be, you're stamping it that core will be as good as the championship Milwaukee Bucks core, then I'm going to say you have a lot of confidence. Though I think they'll be good players, but that's a lot to project them all hitting, them all being that good of players.
But what brand of basketball does Cade Cunningham play?
Unselfish,
team ball.
Yeah.
And then I think you'd argue that can we at least concede to like Ivy's ceiling being like better than what we're looking at Middleton.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I hope Ivy makes more than 3 All-Star games.
And then I guess, I will say this too.
But again, his ceiling as a player is, you have said it yourself. What would he be on this team? A number 2 on a championship team.
Ivy?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was Chris Middleton on the Bucks? A number 2 on a championship team, arguably. I guess him and Drew Holiday, you could say.
There's differences in number 2, though.
One of them's 2, one of them's 3.
Because, I mean, in all fairness, in due respect, and maybe some people maybe want to call us a 1B, but Kyrie Irving was once upon a time a number 2 on a championship team.
Yeah.
Or AD LeBron.
Or AD LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different levels of number 2s. It's just like when your number 1 was as great as Giannis, it's gonna help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
But you have a winning brand of basketball in Cade Cunningham, accompanied by really, really talented players, and you still have a top. We don't know where they're gonna fall in the lottery. I don't want to jinx anything, but you still have a top pick coming along the way too.
If we get,
I know. God damn it, this just got depressing.
They're not getting Victor. I know they're not getting Victor.
Do you actually want Victor? Because I know you've been kind of like, just give me Miller.
I want Victor. Yeah. Like, yes, I would like Victor Wembanyama, but it's just not going to happen. I've already accepted it. There's no way.
And then here's another thing too for Budenholzer, the guy who won it with the Freak, and by the way too, did his brother die like mid-series?
Who?
Budenholzer? Did Budenholzer like brother die like during like the?
During this playoffs, yeah, he had something in the family. I don't know what specifically it was, but he had.
That's crazy, and they still fired him. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would have at least waited till like the beginning of like next season to do that. Damn. But we've seen him win the championship with the Freak. What's the prize of this next draft? A fucking freak.
Yeah.
Like no other.
He didn't develop Giannis into what he was.
He didn't develop Giannis, no. But he won with him.
Again, and now coaching is super important to winning with stars like Giannis.
No, but he has the resume. He has on his resume.
Yeah.
And Giannis has been in the league more than just like Budenholzer's 10 year.
I think this team needs more development before it's gung ho. I want a guy that'll develop young talent as well as push them into what they are.
Did Giannis have MVP before Budenholzer?
I don't think so. No,
I don't think so either.
But
I'm not going to credit Budenholzer for that.
No, no, you better not. I'll jump over his desk.
Fat ass ain't jumping over. What up, though, Chris?
A name I'll throw into the ring that wasn't initially thrown in the ring is Sean Sweeney, who worked with both Giannis and Luka and has been praised by both as helpful in their player development. I want a young coach that's a player development coach that could take this young roster and push them further, teach them winning habits. I think a guy like that would be somebody to circle back to on this coaching candidate tree.
But is he like a trainer, or is he like head coach? Is he like head coaching material?
Associate head coach. He's been assistant head coach.
And to be honest with both you guys, I already told you I'm open to like the younger. And I've already told you point blank period. I think talent's what we just need at the end of the day. But like I'm open to like the new guy, the new face. But who is the new face? Tell me the new face, Chris. Thank you. That's a new face that I could look towards. But like, why is everybody so shaky on Kevin Ollie? By the way,
I mean,
honestly, gut feeling just tells me he's going to be a mid coach. Like, not terrible, but the comp I make is Mo Cheeks, and you never know until a player or until a guy actually coaches a team. But how many NCAA coaches translate well to the NBA other than Larry Brown? Not many. So I'm kind of out on it.
Apollo. Yeah, I have unexpected, and maybe I am wrong on this stance for sure, because two people I disagree with most in the Woodward Sports chat are agreeing with me right now, and it's Apollo and MMS 1346. So you know what, Spinny, I'm with you. But no, Apollo in the Woodward Sports chat says Duran and Ivy's potential are sky high. Even Wiseman still has some untapped potential, which is true. It's just ultimately, again, I don't give a shit. I'm rooting for talent more than anything. But if I'm Troy, and this is what I'm like looking at this as, is like, I'm gonna save my job, at least buy me some time here, because Budenholzer cannot work, and you can still have your job because you at least flip the switch and like started winning a little bit. You know,
that's not a good GM.
That's not a good GM.
If you're doing a safe,
it's not a good GM to hire a good head coach that has championship experience.
To hire a coach to save your job rather than to hire the best option to produce a championship contender. All moves you should be making as a GM are to put you in championship contention. And if you're hiring this guy because he's going to extend the period of time you have to be a GM, no, that's not a good move.
Who do you think's the best?
That's selfish.
It's not. But I'm not tapping it out at just saving the job. Because there's also the side that you can also win with this guy too. Like I want to stop dismissing the talent on this roster. And this guy coached up before, and if we're gonna pick from any coaching tree in the NBA, throughout all NBA history, although maybe I Pat Riley up there for me. The only other tree, let's be real,
it's Pop. Yeah,
Pop. And
what
tree is he from?
Had some duds too. Brian Shaw,
Emi Udoka. More dubs and duds. More dubs and duds.
I don't know if you could.
Wait, Brian Shaw. No, Brian Shaw is from fucking Phil Jackson.
No, he was from the Pop coaching tree though.
What? I mean, come on, dude. He spent like most of his career under Phil Jackson, even as assistant head coach.
He played for Phil Jackson. Studied the game under Popovich, and still was a not great coach.
But these guys, these guys are like fucking like from like everything. Your fundamentals are through pop. This guy has a little bit of fill in fucking pop.
Look, Pop's the best tree. I'm just saying, Pop's tree isn't 100% either. Nothing is 100%.
I'm not considering that Pop's tree, bro.
It's
he was
Pop's
assistant
tree.
coach with Phil Jackson as well.
But he came from the bosom of Greg Popovich.
No, he didn't. He came from the bosom of Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson's overrated.
Yes, I agree, by the way. Yeah, stop. You're not putting that on fucking Pop's resume. You're a sick fuck for that. It's time to break again already.
Yeah.
Damn, we need to say some of these juicy shits for the. All right, we come back.
I'm talking Tigers.
Come on.
We got to.
All right.
Yeah, they fucking just swept the Mets.
No one gives a fuck.
I actually care. I want to know.
Yeah. Nobody else gives a fuck. But
make a poll, Chris.
When we come back,
do you care about the Tigers? Yes or no?
We will be talking the 12-17 Detroit Tigers.
Let me tell you guys about Custom Health Centers. Because Eazy wants to talk about the trash Pistons, but we can't talk about the trash Tigers who just swept the Mets. Are you feeling tired, depressed, or unmotivated? Tigers, depressed, or unmotivated? Low sex drive, muscle loss, or belly fat? Testosterone optimization therapy is a safe and effective way to restore your vitality, confidence, performance, and reduce heart disease. Visit CustomHealthCenters.com today. That's CustomHealthCenters.com.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
All right, 5-star review, WoodwardSports.com. Hit the like button. Chris would like to apologize to the greatest NBA coach of all time.
I do have to apologize to the GOAT. He was the GOAT before and after this statement, but I was wrong that Brian Shaw was not under the Greg Popovich disciple tree. He was under Phil Jackson, and who else did he coach under, Eazy?
He was in the Pacers for a minute, and then back to Denver, head coaching stint, then back to LA, and the Clippers. He's with the Clippers now, actually.
My apologies, Greg Popovich. You're the GOAT. I should have never put a mid-coach on your resume, but I believe there is one. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, I am curious what you're thinking about. And by all means, just to delay the Tigers talk, I had to make Chris apologize for that one. But with further ado, Akil Badu's biggest fan, Spinmo Rex, man.
I don't really like Akil Badu.
Racist. Didn't deny it. Just kidding. All right, Tiger Talker.
You stumped him.
Get to it.
Huh?
I thought you were talking Tigers. I got shit to say about them.
Yeah, so the Tigers just swept the Mets in a 3-game series. Very impressive. They had, obviously, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander took the mound in 2 of those games. They peppered Scherzer, his first game back after suspension for being a filthy, dirty cheater. And it's awesome to see them pepper him. He didn't even make it 3 innings. You got back-to-back home runs from Riley Green and Javi Baez in the first inning off of Justin Verlander, which is what propelled them into that win, because Erod pitched a gem, 8 innings scoreless. Then Alex Lang came into the 9th to close it down. It's just fun to watch, man, when you see them playing like that. And yeah, it's great. They swept the Mets, but this is still a bad team, and what they need to do now is immediately trade Erod and immediately trade Alex Lang. You need to get everything you can out of those guys. They're both pitching fantastically. It's probably the only 2 bartering chips you have on this roster, so you need to get what you can out of them now. Erod, he's got an opt-out next year, so you're probably not going to get a lot out of him, but you get what you can because he's definitely opting out if he continues to pitch like this. Alex Lang, you got to get rid of him. Like, I understand you guys don't want to, oh no, those are our two best players, we got to build around them. No, you have to get prospects for them. You have to trade them right now when they're at their peak value and get what you can out of them. And it's not fucking stupid ass Al Avila making the trades anymore. It is Scott Harris, who we've seen so far this year, the one trade that he made, or the biggest trade that he made, is working out because Gregory Soto looks like shit in Philly, and the pieces that he got are the most performing Tigers on this roster. So right now, yeah, it feels great when you see Erod go out there. I just saw a tweet. Eduardo Rodriguez in his last 5 starts, he's got a 0.52 ERA in 34.2 innings, 4 walks, and 33 strikeouts. He has allowed 18 hits and 1 home run. So the dude has been absolutely electric on the mound, and you need to cash in on it now. Because if not, he's opting out and cashing in next season where he signs a new contract and he gets paid. So I know you don't want to hear it because every time you see Erod go up there every 5 days, it's electric stuff. He's putting up numbers, but it's a dying product. You're not going to get it next year, so you need to get rid of him now and get what you can. And I understand, you know, Travis Trilla, we will be sellers. You need to be sellers now. Like, don't wait until the trade deadline. You need to trade these guys now so you can get the most value out of it. Because with Erod, it's a 1 year because he's opting out no matter where he goes, so he can sign a $100 million contract. So you need to trade him now so the team gets the most value out of him. And I don't know who that's going to be. I don't know whether it'll be Tampa, whether it'll be LA, whether it'll be the Yankees. The Yankees lost a couple big starters, so maybe they're looking for him. But this is something you need to get a hold. Alex Lang, you can wait on. You can deal him at the deadline. That would be perfect. He's looking like a monster as a closer, and you can hold on to him and get something real good for him at the trade deadline. But Erod, you need to trade as soon as possible. And I like what they're doing, but we know what this team really is. This is a 90-loss team. This is a team that's not going to contend for anything, although they're 3.5 games out of first in the Central as we speak. And they swept the Mets, which was impressive. It's still nothing that you can hold on to, nothing you can latch on to. There isn't a whisper of hope in this team. So you need to get rid of these guys and start rebuilding that farm system that was completely devastated after Al Avila because he's a piece of shit and didn't know how to trade for anything. So get rid of Erod while you can. Get rid of Lang at the deadline. Get some pieces for it. Bring in some guys that you can hopefully rebuild this roster around. Because, like I said, off of the very small evidence we have now, our guy Scott Harris is already a better GM than Al Avila because he made one trade and it worked.
Way better.
And Al Avila made hundreds of trades, traded off A-plus talent, and got jack shit for all of it. So now that you have Scott Harris, who traded Gregory Soto, who was a good closer. I guess closers were a need, so you gave him to Philly. You got guys back, and these guys are the ones leading your offense. So I need to see this happen. You got to get Erod out of here as soon as possible. I don't want to see him make another start in the Old English D. Maybe one more.
Don't diminish his value.
Don't diminish. He's been electric, man. He's been electric.
2 runs in 34 innings.
Yeah.
Here's something a little bit more entertaining that I need you to talk about.
What?
I almost like this has got to be the clip for the day because there's a budding rivalry between one of my best friends, Spinball Rax, and former Michigan basketball star,
Hunter Dickinson. Oh, bro, that's the most cringe fucking shit I've ever seen in my entire
Go
life,
off, King.
Bro, stop. You're not fucking him. You're not taking fake calls in your headphone, making a staged-ass video for you to leave your team. You left your team. You were trash. You're not trash. You were pretty good, but you're a bum. It pisses me off when I see this shit, bro, because he is the biggest loser, the most cringe guy I've ever seen in my life. And then you post this fake-ass video, you taking shots. Bring. What's up, bro? Yo, what's taking so long, Hunter? Yeah, you're right. And then it's you cruising. This is the fucking worst thing I've ever seen, bro. This is so cringe, so terrible. You gotta stop. You gotta stop with this. This feeds the argument of how you're an absolute douchebag. That is all it is. Like, nobody in their right mind, and nobody who has any kind of objectivity to who they are as a person would put something out there and be like, yeah, that's a good idea. That looks dope. That's awesome, man. You're a douche. That is awful. Like, what are you thinking? Go to Kansas. You're going to get eaten alive. Fucking goddamn, man. That was the most cringe shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
That was really fucking cringe. From someone who also like works part-time with a content company, obviously the content company in sports media, Barstool Sports, and that's what you came away with? Like shit editing, fucking shit audio, shit acting, all of it.
Have fun in Guangdong after your 1 year at Kansas. That'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave us that 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.